Divergent Supreme Radio. Divergent Supreme Radio.
Music.
Divergent Supreme Radio.
Entertainment.
Divergent Supreme Radio.
Reviews. Divergent Supreme Radio.
Thank you for tuning into Divergent Supreme Radio with your host KY on Real 1100 AM Atlanta. I'll be bringing you the latest entertainment and sports news every Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Make sure you've downloaded iHeartRadio or the Real 1100 app from the App Store or Google Play so you don't miss an episode. Today, we have a special guest joining us in the studio for a very special cause. Do you mind introducing yourself to our listeners?
Sure. My name is Brittany Pitts. I am from Atlanta, Georgia.
Nice. Now, Brittany, what do you do?
I am a wardrobe stylist and a boutique owner.
Nice.
Yeah. My boutique is called Summer in Paris.
Okay, awesome. Now, you also have a coat drive going on at the time, correct?
Yes, I do.
Can you tell us a little bit about that, please?
Absolutely. I've teamed up with the Atlanta Mission. I volunteer at the Women and Kids Shelter.
Nice.
Here in Atlanta, and I've teamed up with them to take coat donations for the women and the children. Gently used or new would even be great, but there are a lot of women who desperately need coats.
Yeah, I agree. Just driving through the town, you can see for sure.
Absolutely.
Now, if our listeners wanted to donate coats or, winter accessories, how can we do that?
Well, they can come in. I'm offering pickup as well, so I can meet somebody anywhere and pick some things up, or they can drop the coats in at my store. It's 6525 Tara Boulevard, Jonesboro, Georgia.
Nice.
Suite 122. I got a big box out front. You can just drop them in there.
Awesome. And if we wanted to use the pickup option, how can we get in contact with you for that?
Visit my website at www.summerinparis.com, and that has all my contact information. Or follow my Instagram at Summer in Paris Boutique. Just the letter N. There's no I-N.
Awesome. Now, what's the mission behind the coat drive?
It really is just to keep the less fortunate in mind and keep them considered and covered. And it's just heartbreaking to me that there are kids out here who struggle to not only have shelter, but who can't keep warm. So that's really the whole mission behind it, is just giving back to the community and making sure the kids are okay. Yeah.
What inspired you to be a part of it?
I would say volunteering there and witnessing it firsthand, what the women and kids go through. And then I've had my own issues in the past with shelter and, finances, so in and out of hotels. So I totally understand that struggle, and I'm passionate about it.
That's dope. So you actually have the first-hand experience. Are you also a mother?
I am.
So that really touched home for you.
Absolutely. I have 2 little girls.
Nice.
Absolutely.
Now, when did you know that you wanted to be in the fashion retail business?
Well, it's so funny because I've been into fashion since I was 6 years old.
Okay.
I used to make jeans. I used to take jeans and make pillows and purses and cut stuff up and make outfits for my sister. So I've always been into fashion. It wasn't until the birth of my first daughter that I decided, okay, I'm really going to take this serious. Yeah.
How did you get started?
I started styling, working with local magazines,
nice.
And dipping and dabbing in some of these reality shows, and networking, making connects, and then it just kind of took its own life from there.
Yeah, networking is definitely key.
Yeah, especially here.
For sure. Did you have any mentors or somebody that helped you succeed along the way?
Absolutely. I think I had several. One of my mentors actually is my little sister. It's incredible.
Nice.
She's the lead actress in a Broadway play in
dope.
New York. Yeah, she's the first Black female to do it. And
wow.
Believe it or not, she's just unbelievably wise to be so young, and she gives me a lot of advice, and I see the way she moves and how she does things, and it's really inspiring. And I've had other people that I've worked with in the past that I've looked up to on different sets and things like that. So.
That's really dope that you can, I feel like you can learn something from everybody.
Absolutely.
But to learn something from your younger sister,
right.
That's dope.
Absolutely.
Now, what sets your store apart from other boutiques?
I think because we specialize in women and kids clothes, and what's really popular in my store is the mommy and me outfits, which
nice.
You really don't see too much of everywhere, and also there's like nothing over $40 in my store. Yeah, so
that's key.
I think you can get some really cute, trendy stuff and like not break the bank at all, which it's not a lot like that out here.
So it sort of answers my next question. I was going to ask you, is there a particular trend or feel that you try to stay in line with? Yeah,
definitely the family outfits. I think I found my niche with that, and I'm just going to keep riding that wave because people seem to really enjoy it and receive it really well. So.
And also making it affordable for your customers.
Absolutely.
That's dope.
Absolutely.
Now, what is one thing you think your customers should know about your store that they may not already be aware of?
That it was started completely on my own. I didn't get any help from anybody. I literally, when you walk in there, I laid my own floors. I painted my own walls. I had no financing, and I'm a single mom of 2 kids.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it was literally, it's my baby. But I think my customers can feel that when they walk in.
Definitely. So it has your touch all over.
Absolutely.
Did you start with like an online boutique, or did you go straight into a storefront?
Oh, no, I did. I was online for about 2 years.
Okay.
And then one day I woke up and was just like, you know what? This has always been a dream of mine. Let's knock it out. Let's do it.
You made it a reality.
Absolutely.
Now, what are some of the must-have items you currently have in stock?
Right now I have leather jackets for kids that are like really, really popular. Next week we'll be dropping Mommy and Me fur coats. Yeah, which should
perfect timing.
Yes, super cute. And then I have a lot of things with like Boss on it, like Boss Lady, Boss Baby. Those are really, really popular. But all my pieces, to be honest, are sell really well. I think a little bit of everybody can come in and find something that they like.
That's dope. Now, out of this entire year, what would you say was your best-selling item?
Out of this entire year? That's a good question. I had this 3-piece pink like lace sort of set that sold really, really well. It was a little bit sexier, so we obviously didn't do that for children. But it was a hot piece. It was really, really hot.
That's nice. Now we are going to take a short music break, and we'll be back with you, Brittany.
Awesome, thank you.
My pleasure.
Murder on the beat, so it's not nice.
Tiki-taki Spanish mommy, she a hot tamale. Make 'em spend that money, dummy, go it all still for me. Pop it, she get started, she won't never stop it. Lil Dottie, Dotterati, choosing everybody. Split splash, pepper bottles, make that sad. She got that wet, got me blowing through this whole bag. She got bees, plus some cheese, now they double D's. Thought I had the free kick around my mama coming home at 3. Whole thicker than a snicker. Drug dealer, professional pop whipper. In the winter, buy a whole chinchilla. I just bought my bitch from Kylie Jenner, lip fillers.
Man, oh my God, she Instagram famous, but she can't keep a job. Ooh. Man, oh my God, swipe a 30-inch weave on a sugar daddy car. Ooh. Man, oh my God, her doctor got her busting out her microphone, bro. Man, oh my God, she Uber to a nigga with no car. Talking about the relish, I do not embellish. Jacket got wings, shoes got propellers. Gave all my jealous to my boy Marcellus. Pulled up with no laces, set the whole block jealous. Oh Jesus Christ, I don't need advice. Wild looking life, tell him read my rights. Man, it hot tonight, look at what my eyes. 15 in the game, baby girl, I got stripes.
Kanye dress me up like a doll, then I hit 6'9". Tell him give me the ball. This the dream team, magic is I recall. Whole squad on point, bunch of Chris Pauls. I was out in Spain, rocking the Medusa head. I ain't never have to give a rap producer head. If I do though, I'ma write a book like this ain't wonder that I'm making this that super bread. Splish splash, I'm in a hurry, quick fast. Still a pink wig, thick side whiplash. Got him in my Roger over dispatch. Said my eyes is the best, he met his match. I got all these bitches wanting to be Barbie dolls. Barbie dream house, pink and purple marble walls. Pull up in that Barbie Rari, finna bury y'all. She threw dirt on my name, ended up at her own burial. Kanye dress me up like a doll, then I hit 6'9". Tell him give me the ball. If this the dream team, magic is I recall. Whole squad on point, bunch of Chris Pauls. Kanye dress, me up like a doll. Then I hit 6'9", tell him give me the ball. If this the dream team, fifth is on call. Whole squad on point, bunch of Chris Pauls.
Tiki-taki Spanish mommy, she a hot tamale. Make 'em spend that money, dummy, go fit off still on me. Pop it, she get started, she won't never stop it. Lil Dottie, Dotterati, choosing everybody.
Welcome back to Divergent Supreme Radio with your host KY. Once again, we have a special guest in the studio with us, Brittany Pitts. Now, Brittany,
Hi.
Awesome. What would you consider the best thing about working for yourself?
I think the best thing for me right now is just being able to really make my own schedule. The early bird definitely gets the worm.
For sure.
But I say all the time, I'm not that bird. So it's really, really nice to just be able to make my own schedule, set my own hours, and put your influence on things, and just know that it was my idea or, my decision.
For sure.
Yeah.
Now, what are some hardships or obstacles that you've had to overcome since deciding to be an entrepreneur?
Ooh, probably any bad thing you could think of business-wise. Just inventory, keeping up with your inventory can be a real struggle. Managing, your basic cosmetics, like getting mannequins and dress forms and racks, little things like that you really don't even consider when you walk into a store.
I was just going to say that.
You don't even think about it.
For
so
sure.
Little things like that, I was like, whew, this is actually kind of tough. But it'll be a year in March that I've been open. So I think it's going well now at this point.
Well, that's awesome. So we caught you in your first year.
Yes, exactly. My first year.
Now, how did you get through these moments of hardships?
Prayer.
Always works.
Always works. I'm an advocate for prayer and meditation.
For sure. Take that time to yourself.
Absolutely. And family is really important. Just having
Thanks.
somebody to talk about it and give you other ideas. I can't tell you how many times my mom or my sisters have just been like, well, why don't you do this? Or why don't you have that? And it's just like, perfect. Yeah, you're right. So all of the above for sure.
Definitely. Teamwork makes the dream work.
Yes. Exactly.
Now, what are some necessary tools and characteristics needed to be successful in this field?
I think in any field, you have to remain focused.
Mm-hmm.
I think to reach a certain level of success, you absolutely have to be humble. Just from the things that I've seen and the people that I've watched reach, certain heights, I've noticed that they've still remained really, really humble and focused and driven and keeping your eye on the prize, because in this day and age, it's really easy to get like distracted.
For sure.
And compare your walk to someone else's, and you got to take yourself out of that space. Like your what's for you will always be for you, and I'm not going to compare my lane to someone else's. You know what I mean? So I think if you keep the focus on what you are about and what your end goal is, I think you'll be successful for sure.
I love that answer, especially in like the social media age,
Yes. Yes.
So, I mean, people don't really post their failures. Everybody posts their success.
Absolutely.
Now, how do you promote your business?
I'm all over social media. I'm a firm believer in Yelp. I'm old school with mailers. Most young people don't even know what those are.
What is that?
Exactly. Those are basically the junk mail you get.
Okay.
The layers.
How do you use that?
You just go to the post office and like sign up for it. But you can send out flyers.
Okay.
So I'm the junk mail that you probably might throw out, but your grandma's gonna see it. So it's okay.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah.
I never heard that one before.
Yeah. Mailers, social media, Google, all the above. All the above.
Nice. Now, do you think location is important?
I think it is absolutely important, but it doesn't necessarily have to break you. You know what I mean? It can definitely make you, but it doesn't have to break you. I think wherever you are, it is what you make it. Because where I am, it can definitely be slow. I'm kind of put off to the side of the highway, and if you don't really know it's there, you might not necessarily see it. But I make my presence known. So people know that the building is there now because of my social media posts and my ads on Google and stuff like that. It is what you make it.
Indeed, the internet makes the game fair.
Oh man, come on. Come on.
Now, what does a typical day at Summer in Paris Boutique look like?
Fairly simple. Because I'm just this one store, I do plan on opening up another one next year, so it might be a little bit busier. Absolutely. I'm speaking into existence now.
Definitely, you have to.
Yeah, absolutely.
Law of attraction.
There you go. It's just really simple. I open up, maybe dress some mannequins, do my inventory. Like I said, I'm a single mom, and my youngest isn't in daycare, so she comes to work with me most days.
Nice.
So a lot of times it consists of just chasing her around.
Now, when did you consider your business a success?
I think the day I opened. Just because I put so much physical work into setting it up and getting it to look right and painting and hanging up wall. It was just a lot. I think the day I opened and could really sit back and look at it and had all my family there to support me and tell me how proud they were of me, and customers received it well. So it was in that moment I was like, oh yeah, this is gonna work.
That was a great feeling since you put in the groundwork from the very start.
Absolutely.
That's awesome.
Absolutely.
Are you the only employee in the store, or do you?
Actually, no. I just hired my first employee, which is really, hey Razia, shout out to Razia. Yeah.
What's up, Razia?
Right. So that's really exciting. That was also a good moment for me to know that, oh, okay, I can actually afford now to have somebody in here.
That is dope.
Yeah.
That is real nice. Now, what project or accomplishment would you say is the most significant to you since you started this?
Right now, it would be just having my girls proud of me. I think that's probably been the biggest success or achievement, I guess, since opening up. And this coat drive.
Yes,
really
is awesome.
is really, really significant to me, just because I'm so passionate about the mission in it. You know what I mean? And the shelter, my sister's house, shout out to them, they do a great job with these women. So to be able to be a part of that and have my business attached to it is like overwhelming, you know?
Yeah, that's great for business and
yeah,
that's definitely awesome.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
I mean, you're a great role model for both your daughters, for them to see the work that you're putting in.
Thank you.
You're welcome. That's awesome.
Thank you.
It's really commendable. Now, are there some tips you can give our listeners that may want to open their storefront one day?
Absolutely. Ain't nothing to it but to do it. I still have a lot of goals that I'm trying to achieve myself, but you don't start until you step out there. And you just got to step out on faith.
Indeed.
You know?
Now, being an entrepreneur, I know you probably don't have a lot of leisure time. Do you have anything that you do in your downtime? Anything you like to do?
In my downtime, I like to sew.
So you still keep it busy.
Yeah. I'm a real grandma. Yeah, I like to sew, and I dab in the trash TV, but that's about it.
Do you sew your own products for your shop at all?
I do sew a lot of them, yes. But a lot of my stuff is ordered wholesale, too. So,
okay, nice.
Yeah, so it's a little bit of both, because I also remix furniture. So there are pieces of furniture in there that I've done. Yeah, it's a little bit of everything.
What do you still want to achieve in life?
Like I said, I definitely want to have another storefront next year. The goal, though, would be to have Summer in Paris be a household brand. Like, definitely. I would love to have one, like, in every state.
That would be dope.
Yeah, absolutely. And to just get back to my styling, like 2019, I want to start styling like major celebrities. I'd love to book a tour dressing a celebrity, for a few months out the year. And really just being the best mom I could be.
Oh, yeah, always.
Always. Those are my main goals.
Is there a specific celebrity that you like to style?
Ooh, that's such a good question. I would love to style Rihanna, just because, she's already...
Yeah, her style's up there.
Exactly.
You gotta be on your A game.
Exactly. It just be like, I would love to collab with her and do something. I think that would be dope.
Yeah, that definitely was.
Yeah.
So we are going to take another short music break, and we'll be right back with you, Brittany.
Awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Weezy out Back home smoking legal. I got more slaps than the Beatles. Foreign running on diesel, dog. Playing with my name, this lethal, dog. Who you say what? Don Corleone. Trust me, at the top it isn't lonely. Everybody acting like they know me, dog. Don't just say it down, you gotta show me what you gotta do. Bring the clip back empty. You asked to see the ball, so they sent me, dog. I just broke her off with a 10-piece, dog. There ain't nothing, I'm just being friendly, dog. It's just a little 10-piece for it, just to blow it in the mall. Doesn't mean that we involved. I just put a Richard on the card. I ain't go playing ball, but I'll show you how to gotta do it. If you really wanna ball till you fall when you're back against the wall, and a bunch of need you to go away. Still going bad on them anyway. Saw you last night but did it all day. Yeah, a lot of murk caught me in a hard way. Got a sticky and I keep it at my dog's place. Girl, I left you love it magic, not all shade. Still going bad on you anyway. Whoa, 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 whoa. I can feel like 80 rats in my Marys. Me and Drizzy back to back, it's getting scary. If you fucking with my eyes, just don't come near me. Get out my way. Put some bins all on your head like Justin Terry. Whoa. Richard Millie cuss a Lambo. Known to keep the better on commando. Salute. Every time I'm in my trap, I move like Rambo. Ain't a neighborhood in Philly that I can't go. That's a Fendi. For real. She said, oh, you rich. You rich. I graduated, call me Big Fish. Ballin'. I got Lori Hurry on my wish list. That's the only thing I want for Christmas. I been had my way out here, yeah, no, that's facts. You ain't living that you said, yeah, we know that's cat. You ain't got that ass in when you see me, no, I'm straight. DTOVO, we back again, we going back. It's just a little 10-piece for it, just to blow it in the mall. Doesn't mean that we involved. I just put a Richard on the card. I ain't go playing ball, but I'll show you how to gotta do it. If you really wanna ball till you fall when you're back against the wall, and a bunch of need you to go away. Still going bad on them anyway. Saw you last night but did it broad day.
Welcome back to Divergent Supreme Radio. Once again, we have Brittany Pitts of Summer in Paris Boutique in here with us. And we're going to close out the show, Brittany, with a couple of topics here.
Okay.
Awesome. So Meek Mill, he actually releases his album today.
Okay.
It's called Championships, I'm sorry. Mm-hmm. Now, I noticed he's been on like this huge tour for prison reform.
Right.
You know, since he had to do a stint after committing a crime, I believe, at 16 years old.
Right.
Now he's a grown man in his 30s and had to go back to jail because he's been on probation for 16 years.
Right.
How do you feel personally about prison reform?
I feel like it's a need.
I agree.
I feel like too many of our black men and women
Indeed.
are locked away and taken from their families over complete BS. I think it needs to change. It's long overdue. My family has suffered from issues with prison. You know, I know so many people who have lost their fathers and their sons and their brothers to the system. So I totally agree with him, and I support him on that 100%.
Me too as well. One thing I do remember personally, when Kanye West went to the White House, you remember that whole fiasco? I get what he was trying to say. I just don't think he articulated himself correctly.
I agree with that.
When he mentioned the 13th Amendment and abolishing the 13th Amendment, I think he wanted to like amend it, so make changes. Because what he's really trying to attack is the prison system. Because, you know, once you commit a felony, it basically gives you the right to become a slave because you're in jail working for nothing.
Absolutely.
And I mean, the conditions are horrible. It's just a horrible way to live.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I agree with you 100%.
Yeah, it's just not something that needs to go looked over anymore. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
I think it's time to get these brothers back in their homes and these sisters back with their kids and their families. You know what I mean? Absolutely.
Do you think real change could be made with Trump in office?
I do. I really, really do. I think it'll take some real work.
Definitely.
But I think if we get out and vote, he won't be in office for too much longer. You know? So.
Definitely. I remember Kim Kardashian, she actually got, I can't think of the lady's name, but she was doing a really long bid for a drug charge. But she actually got it released.
Right.
Under Trump. So,
right.
I mean, I guess he could be swayed.
Right. And then, you know, we saw this last election. all the females that were nominated. And all
Indeed.
you know, so I think
Ethnicities also.
absolutely we're headed in the right direction for sure.
Definitely.
For sure.
Now, did you see what Trump did with the Mexican migrants at the wall?
Oh my God, I did.
How do you feel about that? Them using tear gas on women and children?
I personally feel like there is no lower that you can go than to harm or traumatize children. Adults are one thing, but we're resilient. But children, to me, are just a really weak spot. And I think that we as Americans have hit an all-time low to have these pictures circulating on the internet and to know that this is going on and it's like right at our front door. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So I think that in itself is devastating. I think it's disgusting, and I think that more now than ever, we just need love, and we need to take whoever in. You know what I mean? Especially with these children, these kids have gone through so much trauma.
Indeed.
That they'll never really recoup from, and that's not fair.
It's not at all. It's not like it's the first time with Trump either.
Exactly.
Just not even a year ago, they were separating mothers and kids at the border.
Absolutely. And do you know, I read somewhere that a few of those kids got caught into sex trafficking and things like that. So it's just like, I'm going to fight that type of stuff for sure.
Definitely. And I feel like it made people are taking notice, and that's why the Democrats did indeed take over the House again.
Absolutely. We got it. We got it.
Also, now, you gave us a really great interview here, Brittany. Is there anything you'd like to leave our listeners with?
Well, first of all, thank you so much for having me.
Oh, it's my pleasure.
I'm honored. Thank you for letting me get my message out about the children and the women. To any of the entrepreneurs out there, good luck. Keep the faith. Stay focused, and check out Summer in Paris.
Definitely. And you said that was summerinparis.com, correct?
Yes, Summer, the letter N, and then Paris.com.
Awesome. Now, let's say the world stopped for 30 seconds and all ears were on you. What would you say?
I saw a really good caption of this the other day. I would ask the world, if your prayers were answered right now, all your prayers were answered right now, would it change the world or would it just change you? And leave them on that.
I love that. You gotta pray for others.
Exactly.
Got to. All right, so before we get out of here today, I do all want to let you know that Yunus Urani, she was featured on the show previously, designer Anasa Greaves from New York Fashion Week. She's having a pop-up here in Atlanta, Georgia. It's located at 716 Ponce de Leon Place, Northeast, Suite 3, zip code 30306. If you purchase tickets ahead of time on Eventbrite, you actually will get 15% off on all items, free drinks, free food catered by Chef TJ. He was also featured on a previous episode, the winner of Season 2 of Cooks vs. Cons. Pre-purchasing your ticket, you can actually enter a drawing where you'll get 2 tickets to New York Fashion Week and 2-night accommodations at the Hilton in New York, sponsored by Above Time, her marketing group. So you guys make sure y'all check that out on Eventbrite, Yunus Urani by Anasa Greaves. Now, it was truly a pleasure having you with us, Brittany.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
You're welcome. And I hope you all enjoyed the episode, and we'll be back to join us next week.
Thank you, guys.
Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time.
Realest thing here in our world, brother.
We give thanks.
For real.
You spend all that money on your watch. How much time you spend with your son? So much money in the club. How much you spend with the ones you love? The simple things are your blessings. Simple things, them are your blessings, a blessing. Simple things are your blessing. And you don't notice your blessings. You pick it with the shoes by your feet. Now pick and choose the friends where you keep. You now watch where you eat. When last you get a good sleep. The simple things are your blessings. Simple things are your blessing, your blessing. Simple things are your blessing. You better notice your blessing.
Sing it. Simplicity we use to survive. Many find it difficult because them ignorant and I. One alone they get in, I go live another life.